Welcome back, students. In this video we are just going to learn about paging concept. So if you have remember, in the previous video we got to know that what are the two major tasks of main memory management. So in that, the first task was memory allocation and the second was address translation. In the memory allocation we had two types. One is that contiguous way of allocating a memory, other was non-contiguous way of allocating a memory. Under contiguous memory allocation we had two types. The one was fixed size partition and other was variable sized partition. For both of these two types we had three algorithms: best fit, worst fit and the first fit algorithm, who would actually allocate the memory which is in continuous format on the physical memory, so that they could be efficiently loaded on the main memory with the fragmentation and all to be considered. And we were just looking into which best suits for the current allocation. So in this video we are just learning about the paging. Then what is paging? Paging is a memory management scheme that lets the physical address space of a process to be non-contiguous. So in the previous type of memory allocation what we saw, so there the processes wanted the memory to be allocated in continuous format, whereas suppose if the process can be just allocated on the physical memory, so on the random way, or which would not be required to allocate the memory addresses in continuous format, then you can just go for the paging technique. Here the process can be broken into blocks, and each blocks can be just allocated on the physical memory by keeping them on the space wherever it is available. So here the basic concept is that the process, instead of just making the whole process to be loaded onto the main memory, we were just going to break the process into so many blocks, and each block can be just spread on a physical memory wherever the space was available. So that is the basic idea. To do so, what we should do is that paging allows to break the physical memory into fixed size blocks called frames, and the process into the blocks of same size called pages, where the page size is defined by the hardware. So in order to allocate the process which have got broken into the pieces anywhere on the memory wherever it is available, so what we have to do is that we need to just divide the entire process into a into a same size of blocks called pages. The entire process have been just divided into multiple pages, whereas the physical memory was divided. Instead of having the entire memory in one single block, we were just dividing the physical memory into frames, because we need to just fit these pieces of process that are in the pages form into a physical memory. So obviously the frame size must be equal to the page size, so that we can just easily accommodate the page on a particular frame on the physical memory. So that is the basic idea, which is very important under paging. So here each page can be placed in each frame. Obviously the page table is maintained to keep track of each page and its corresponding frame on physical memory. So we should be aware that the process which got divided into pages have been just allocated on the physical memory and which frame. So to have that information, we need to have a support of some kind of device or some kind of software which has been maintained to have information about the pages and its location on the physical memory. To do so, we have a page table, so which is just going to maintain the page details, so in which it says it is available on which frame. So it has a frame number as its entry, but uses the page number as index to seek the frame number. So the content of the page table would indicate the frame number of each of the pages, and it uses the page number as its index, so that it is easier to go to that particular row or that particular page and to get to know it is present in which frame. So the below diagram shows the basic idea for paging concept. So here what we are doing is that, so whatever, say suppose the process, the one big process have been just given for the CPU. Once you get executed by the CPU is just going to generate so many logical addresses for one particular process. So those logical addresses which have been generated by the CPU, instead of putting all together, we have divided those logical addresses into a n blocks, that is nothing but the pages. Say suppose the CPU have generated 10 number of logical addresses for a one process. So instead of keeping all the 10 addresses for each of the instruction in the process in one single page, we were just dividing those logical addresses into 5 blocks, in which each block would contain two logical addresses. So that if you just divide 10 logical addresses into 5 pages, so obviously the one page can contain the 2 logical addresses, that is indicating the 2 instructions in that particular process, whereas the next 2 logical addresses can be kept in the next page, and so on. So how many logical addresses are? So depending on that, we would decide what must be, I mean the hardware is just going to decide so what would be the page number, and we need to just divide the logical addresses among those many pages. Now come to the physical memory. So once you just divide the process into the pages, so we need to just take care in such a way that even the physical memory should have some kind of partition or some kind of support for fitting those pages on him. So to do so, the physical memory have been just divided into frames, where the frame size is equal to the page size, so that you can just easily fit the page into that particular frame. So here in this example, we have a physical memory which has 8 frames over here. So in which here the frame 1, frame 3, frame 4 and 7 were free, and we need to just accommodate these pages over there, so randomly anywhere in the space available, and we need to just update the page table which has been given for supporting to have the indexing between the pages and the frames. So the index for the page table is the page number. So page 0 is available in frame number 1. So you could just see the diagram as well. So page 1 is present in 4, 2 is present in 3, 3 is present in 7. So this is the basic idea. So how we just deal with the paging. What is paging? So let us just go for the paging hardware. Setup of a page table to translate a logical address to the physical address must be just done in some way. Means here when we have a page table, so obviously whenever we're just going to move the page onto particular memory, since this main memory is just dealing with the physical memory, we need to just to get to know that this page is available in which physical address. To get to know the physical address of this, some kind of address translation has to be just done from the logical addresses to the physical addresses. So page table would help us to just deal with that. For that, what should we do is that every logical address generated by the CPU will be divided into 2 parts. So we got to know that once the process given by the CPU is just going to generate so many logical addresses for the instructions there in the process, right? So that logical addresses basically has 2 parts. One part is page number and other part is page offset, where P would represent the page number and D would represent the page offset. So page index is nothing but it is used to keep track of the page number in the page table, whereas D or the page offset is the displacement. That is nothing but, say suppose as I said, I had a 10 logical addresses over there that have to be just divided into equal sized pages. So I could just divide them into the 5 pages and each page has a 2 bytes, isn't it? So here we have total number of pages as 5. So where in the case of 10 logical addresses, so where in which in each of the page we have a 2 logical addresses, right? So that logical address 1 and logical address 2 so can be indexed separately within the page by having a offset. That is what the use of offset. The page offset is nothing but within the page, if you want to seek into particular row or particular line or the particular address, we could just go for using a D. So the page table as a base address for each pages. So obviously the page table will hold the page number, which is actually the base address for all the pages. So this base address will be added. Base address is nothing but where exactly it is present in the frame. The frame number is nothing but the base address of each pages. So this base address is nothing but the frame number or the frame starting address. That frame address will be added with the page offset to define the physical memory address that is sent to the memory unit as below. So this is how the translation is just going to happen. So just look at the diagram to better understand. So this is once the process execute the program, it is just going to generate the logical address, where the logical address has two parts: the process, the page number and the offset. So this page number can be just seek into the page table in order to get to know that this page is present in which frame. So once you get to know the frame number where it is available, you just get that frame ID and add this offset to the same frame number or the base address of the frame. So you are just going to indicate, or you are just going to point it out to that particular location even within the frame. So same as the paging within the page, so which line. So the same thing because the entire page have been just placed in this one particular frame, right? So even within the frame, if you want to just locate into the particular location, so you could just add D and get to access that particular location. So suppose a size of logical address space is 2 to the power of m. So we know what is a logical address space, right? So number of logical addresses generated by the CPU, set of all addresses will constitute the logical address space. Assume it is in number 2 to the power of m and page size is 2 to the power of n. So this will be decided by the hardware. Then m minus n higher order bits of logical address specifies the page number, and n lower bits would represent the page offset. You will better understand this when we solve the problem under this. So let us take an address translation example. So how actually this logical address will be located to the particular location, whether to keep the page on the frame or to fetch the page from the frame. We need to just deal with the physical addresses. So that translation, so how it is happening, we need to just check out. Let us consider this example. Consider a page size of 4 bytes and physical memory of 32 bytes, and there are 16 logical addresses have been generated. So we can now show the address translation of logical addresses to the physical addresses. So here as the given problem, so they are saying the page size to be a 4 bytes, physical memory 32 bytes and logical addresses 16. So from the given data, so we can just come to know that in order to have a 16 logical addresses, we could just you need to just represent that in the 2 to the power of m, because we have already know that. So the logical address space is 2 to the power of m. So try to just have number of logical addresses in the power of 2, so that you are just going to get it as 2 to the power of 4, so which is nothing but 2 to the power of m. So now, and the page size, why it is only 4 bits are enough to have a 16 logical addresses, because as the binary number for 16, we are enough with only 4 bits to represent the 16 logical addresses, right? So that's why we need 4 bits. So from that 4 bits, so if you would represent the 16 in the power of 2, so we are going to get it as get 2 to the power of m as 2 to the power of 4, so that m would be 4. Now they have also said that page size is 4 bytes. So when you just represent that in the power of 2, so it would give you a 2 to the power of 2, that is nothing but 2 to the power of n. So we got to know what is the logical address space and what is the page size. Since the frame size is 4 bytes, we need to multiply the frame number by 4 to get the particular frame. So they have not said the frame size is 4 bytes, but still we need to just calculate what must be the frame size. Here they have said physical memory of 32 bytes, right? So this 32 bytes has to be just divided into the frames, and we already know that the page size is equal to the frame size. So that if you divide 32 bits into a number of frames of size 2 to the power of 2 or the size of 4 bytes, so definitely 32 divided by 4, that gives you a 8 frames. Remember that. So that is what it is just going to say. So when you just divide 32 physical addresses to the size of 4 bytes, we can just get the 8 frames. And obviously the frame size and the page size are same, so that's why frame size is 4 bytes. So and we need to just multiply the frame number by 4 to get the particular frame, because the frame number begins with 0, and next this would have the size of 4 bytes, right? So in the offset or within the frame, there could be a 4 number of addresses or 4 number of data that would be stored over there. So next frame will start with 1. What is the address of that? Because 4 addresses are there in the first frame, in the next address it must start with the 4. Means the first frame, that frame number 1 into, if you do the address or the size of the frame, that is 4, this would give the base address of the second frame. Likewise, if you get to know the starting address or the base address of the third frame, so third frame in the index it is 2 into 4, that is 8 is the base address of the frame, and it will be just done in the same way for all the frames. Remember that. So this is the diagrammatical representation of the same problem. So here the process have been divided into the CPU has generated 16 logical addresses over here. Those 16 logical addresses have been just divided into a the 4 number of pages over here, and each page holding a 4 addresses. So this is all from the given problem. And here also you can just see that the entire physical memory have been just divided into 8 frames, and at some point of time, so out of 8, so there are 4 already occupied by some other, and there are only 4 left. So when the process arrives with this division with these many number of pages, so we need to just check out, is there 4 frames at least, at minimum 4 frames must be available. Free frames must be available. So if so, just accommodate the pages randomly anywhere you want or anywhere the system would allocate, and you have to just update the page table by putting the frame number as an entry for that particular page. So say assume here this is my page 0, this is my page 1, this is my page 2, page 3. So page 1 have been kept in here, that is frame number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my 5th frame. I mean in the index it's 5, but in count it is 6th frame. So it has been kept here. So that 5, the frames from the starting from the 0, that 5 number will be updated in the 0th page, for the 0th page. In the same way, page 1 have been kept in the next frame, so that is 6 is the frame number, and the same way page 2 is there in the frame 1, and page 3 is there in the page page 3 is present in the frame 2. So now let us just have an example for translation now. Now let us assume there is a logical address 0 that has to be converted to the physical address. So from the picture we could easily come to know that the logical address 0, because we had 16 addresses, so 16 addresses have been divided into 4 pages. Each page should have a 4 logical addresses. Now suppose if you want to locate what is the logical address on the physical memory, so the logical address 0 is present where on the physical memory. So by looking at this diagram, you could easily say that it is present at 20th location. But how do we actually translate this 0 to 20? We'll see. So in order to translate 0 to the physical address, first of all, you need to represent the logical address in the binary form. Since we already got to know that how many bits are enough to represent the logical address, we had generated a 16 logical addresses, right? So to represent 16 in binary, we are enough with 4 bits. So represent 0 in 4 bits of binary. And also we got to know that what must be m and what must be n. So since we have divided 16 logical addresses into 4 pages, so to have 4 binary, only 2 bits are enough. So that's why from the MSB, 2 bits are used to represent the page number. And so in each of the page, again, we have 4 bytes of instructions or 4 logical addresses. To again point out each of the addresses within the page, that is nothing but 4 bytes. So again, we would require only 2 bits to represent 4 in binary, right? So we got to know that. So out of 4 bits, the first 2 bits are enough to represent the page number, because only by having a 2 binary values, we could have 0001, 1011, 4 possible addresses, right? So that's why. So next 2 bits are enough to offset, enough to use it as an offset within the page, because again within the page we have 4 addresses. So that's why again to represent the 4 we need 2 binary values or 2 bits. So or simply from m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 2 from the above said lines. So now what should we do is that, so again represent the first 2 MSB bits in the decimal version, so that would give you a 0. So 0 in decimal would specify the page number, and take the next 2 bits as LSB bits, represent that in the decimal value, so even that is just giving it as a 0. So that would be the page offset. So page 0, page ID is 0 and offset here is 0. So now look back to the page table. Page 0 is in which location? So look at the page table, use 0 as the index. So 0 index matches with this. So 0 is present in 5th frame. So get the frame number. So get the frame number, add that into the according to the diagram. So once you fetch the frame number to that base address, I need to add the offset to get into that particular location on the frame. So same thing here it is happening. So get the frame number from the page table, multiply that with the frame size, because as I told earlier, so in order to have the base address of any particular frame, you need to just multiply the frame number with the size of it. So we are just having the frame size as 4 plus the page offset. The page offset is nothing but the page offset. So directly the page offset will be gotten from here and it will be added to the frame number. So the same thing is happening here. So the frame number from the page table, we got to know it is present in 5th frame number and its frame size is 4 bytes. So 4 plus offset. We are looking into that line in that particular frame. So that is what offset. So it is 20. So go to the physical memory. So logical address A, that is nothing but A, is present in 20th location. So hope you understood. So now taken one more example. So the example 2, the logical address 3 to its physical address. So we need to just find out logical address 3 is present in which location. So from the diagram you could easily get to know that logical address 3, that is nothing but D, the data D or anything. So is present on 20, 21, 22, 23 location on the physical memory from here. So how do we get to translate that? So represent 3, the logical address 3 in the binary. So that would give you a 0011 because 4 bits are enough to represent the 16 bit, same theory. So represent 3 in the binary. 0011 is the binary version of decimal 3. So first 2 bits tells the page number, other 2 bits used to represent the offset. So we got to know that page, we are looking into the page 0 and in the page 0th page the third data, isn't it? So now what should we do? Go to the page table. 0th page is present in which frame? We need to get the frame number. So get it, it is present in 5th frame. So get the frame number, multiply with the size, add the offset so that it is possible to move to that particular location within the frame. So you could just see here. So it is present at 20. What is the answer? 23. Yeah, we were looking into D, right? Logical address D. So 20, 21, 22, 23. So 20, B is 21, C at 22, D at 23. So that's the physical address. So one more example for you. So logical address 4 to find out its physical address. So represent 4 in binary 0100. First two would represent the page number, next offset. So page 1. So page 1 is present in 6th frame. So get the frame number. 6 into 4 plus offset is 00, that is 0. So 24. So logical address of page, logical address of 4 is 24. It is E. Okay, 24 is the logical address of 4. So 4 is the E is the logical address, and its corresponding physical address is 24. Hope you understood this. So next point regarding the paging concept is the paging avoids the external fragmentation, but sometimes it can be suffered from internal fragmentation. So these two problems we were just discussed in the memory allocation under contiguous way. So wherein which the variable and the fixed sized types were just suffering from more internal and sometimes external. Even this actually happens here, but external fragmentation to somewhat extent we could just avoid, but sometimes so even the paging would suffer from the internal fragmentation. So if you want the example for checking out is there any internal fragmentation, assume the page size is of 4 bytes and there are 5 logical addresses. So we got to generate the 5 logical addresses, and there is the one and the page size is of 4 bytes. So that what you could get to know is that in order to store these 5 logical addresses, so we need 2 pages, because one page could have the size of 4 bytes. It could store only 4 bytes of logical addresses. To have the one left out address, we need to go for having the one more page. So 2 pages must be used. But in the second page, we have stored only one logical address, and there are 3 bytes that have been just left over. So that is the internal fragmentation. So even when you just load this page 2 on the frame, so there only one block, only one byte is useful. Other 3 bytes have been just left out. So that might tell you the internal fragmentation problem. So that internal fragmentation can be just avoided by reducing the page size, but always it is not feasible, because as you just keep on decreasing the page size, so what happens, the number of pages will be increased. So when the number of pages increase, so definitely it's a overhead to the performance of the system. So we have one more concept here about the free frames. So when the process arrives, its page size is examined and each page requires one frame to be allocated. As we know the concept, so page size must be just examined and there must be a number of frames that are available. Then only you could just bring the entire process onto the memory. So if the process has n pages, at least 10 frames must be available. So to keep track of which frames are free, the operating system maintains the frame table. So as we have in the page table, the same with respect to the frames, we have a frame table. So it has one entry for each physical page. For each physical page, it is just going to have a one entry, so that entry will give you details on whether the frame is free or it is allocated, if it is allocated to which process, which page of which process. So all these details have been just provided under the frame table. So here one example, small example here. So here I have a free frame list here. So at this moment from the current diagram or the current memory snapshot, so 13, 14, 15, 18 and 20, these are the frames that are free, and the bluish cells are actually occupied with some other processes. So got to have a free frame list as these. And here we have a one new process which is arriving, who have been just divided into a 4 number of pages. So in order to fit the entire process, so there must be a 4 free frames must be available. So obviously it is possible because we have 5 frames, 5 free frames available. So allocate page 0, 1, page 0, 1, 2, 3 somewhere on the frames over here. So just go with accordance. The 14th frame is free, fit page 0 there, page 1 in 13, page 2 in 18 and page 3 in 20. So after accommodating all the pages on the frames, so now free frame list would be updated to only one, that is 15th frame. Right now it is free. So, and once you just fit all the pages on the physical memory, update the page table by saying 0th frame is present in 14th, 1 is present in 13 and so on. So this is how the frame table is just going to help us to check whether there are free available frames, so that newly arrived process can be allotted the memory. Thank you.